Welcome back to the CryptoFather channel. Today is the 12th of August. I hope everybody's having a good week. The pumpage is fantastic. The pump is good. The pump is great. Bitcoin is at $121,000 again. Then it retraced to 119. Ethereum's pumping. All is good. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Today I wanted to talk to you about TradeOgre. This video is specifically on TradeOgre and some new information that I've been shared with, that I've received just recently over the past couple of days, and I wanted to share with you. Now, before I jump into talking about this information, I just want to make clear that this information has been shared with me by another person or entity that has been affected by the TradeOgre, and the validity of this information is still up in the air, but I wanted to share with you what I have gathered so far, literally over the course of the past 48 hours or even less than that, and just share with you. TradeOgre, as it stands, is still out of commission. If you go to TradeOgre.com, it is still out and not working. Just yesterday, I was contacted by someone claiming to have information on the possible identity of the owner of TradeOgre and some potential ideas of what happened to the exchange. And a lot of this was prompted by this post that was posted on X on August 9th, 2025. And it reads, I introduced this yesterday, TradeOgre.fr. This one doesn't come up anymore. What do you think? When you click this link, it opens up a page. But first thing you see is a completely different link that is redirected to the website. If you go to the top and want to check on cookies and connections, it tells you that the connection is secure and everything seems to be in order. But on the certificate side, it says common name TradeOgre.com, organization, no part of certificate, organizational unit, no part of certificate, common name, we won Google Trust Service, organizational unit, no part of certificate, issued on July 24th, 2025. So this expires October 22nd, it says. So this is a very short window. So it seems like this has just been launched and it's going to close down in October. And in the meantime, it's preying on people who are naive enough to think that this may be the legitimate TradeOgre website and will try to log in. Now, the source that has gotten in contact with me has pointed me to this YouTube channel, Journal the Coin. It's a French-based cryptocurrency company or group, the biggest informer on cryptocurrencies in France, from what I understand. Journal the Coin has been providing information on cryptocurrencies to the region of France for the past 7 years. And one of the videos posted just a year ago is on Ironfish. Ironfish is one of the very first coins that was listed on TradeOgre, and it's quite possible that a lot of other coins that have been introduced by Journal the Coin have also been listed on TradeOgre. It could be a coincidence, but could also be the suggestion that Journal the Coin or at least one individual in particular from Journal the Coin is the person behind the launch or behind the management of TradeOgre. The interviewer here on Journal the Coin is Gregory Mohed Guitard, and he apparently may be the person behind TradeOgre. There's a lot of gray air around this because the information that I was given is that this guy has stepped down from this Journal the Coin. There is a mystique about it, or mystery of why he apparently disappeared. When you go to his X account, presumably his X account, which is right here, Gregory Mohed Guitard, it has been suspended. It's not suspended, it's closed. It's not available to anyone. There is no following and no followers. The account has been open since February 2022, and it seems to be the right person. It is the exact same name. However, it's a bit odd that Journal the Coin has been around for 7 years, but his X account is only a couple years old. But apparently, what I was told, that in January of this year, this individual has decided to retire from Journal the Coin and has made his account here on X invisible. From on-chain data, this is the information that I was given by my source. From on-chain data, TradeOgre went down suddenly. There are a few contact addresses with deposits which were not processed in the main wallet. So I think this leads me to a hack hypothesis. The hackers hacked the server but couldn't steal any of the money, and so they decided to delete the server data, which is why TradeOgre would still show balances on Arkham, but is inaccessible to the public. George Moorhead Guitar is all about privacy. In this 32-minute long video, he and I guess Elena, a person who works on the Ironfish project, discuss privacy at length. And so Gregory seems to be a heavy proponent of privacy, which what TradeOgre was. TradeOgre is a privacy exchange which didn't require KYC, and it didn't require any specific sharing of information, of private information, in order to register, which is why a lot of people had a problem with it, because apparently people do prefer to be publicly exposed, and because then it makes them feel secure. So the more interesting thing is that there is a post. It's an exchange expert review of TradeOgre, and it is written apparently by Gregory Gimbard, who may or may not be the same person. This post, that is titled TradeOgre Exchange Expert Review and Analysis, is written by an individual called Gregory Gimbard. And before I go into reading this article, let's have a quick look at about the author. About Gregory Gimbard. Gregory Gimbard is a prominent French expert in cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology, and decentralized finance with a background in computer science and economics. Gregory has been actively involved in the crypto space since 2016. TradeOgre has been active since 2018, I believe. He is one of the founding members of the editor-in-chief of journal Litecoin, France's leading crypto media outlet. His analytical skills, deep understanding of blockchain ecosystem, and passion for digital sovereignty have earned him a reputation as a trusted voice in the industry. And this article goes over basically explaining what TradeOgre is. There's an introduction to the exchange, an explanation of how to log in with TradeOgre, and then an explanation of the importance of privacy and what markets are being offered on TradeOgre. And it goes into some details of what the pros and cons are and all that stuff. The important thing to keep in mind is that this is the only review of TradeOgre that is available online. There is no other ones out there. Now, I took the link and I went over to Scam Advisor, and of course, TradeOgre.com account signing, the one that I showed you earlier, this one here, is a flat-out scam, most likely. The domain age shows up to be only 10 months old. The registration date took place in 2024, October of 2024. Last updated November 2024. Renew date is going to take place in October, which is just a couple of months ago. But so this website is obviously a complete scam because it's not the original TradeOgre. So it's almost like somebody took down TradeOgre, deleted all the server data, and then relaunched it under the same name, but under a scammy profile. So it could be that they basically hijacked the data from the original TradeOgre server and launched a fake TradeOgre server in hope of scamming people unwillingly or unknowingly registering, trying to log back into their original TradeOgre, which is now a scam site. The article that is posted is it's posted on tradeogre.fr/index-en.html, and when I take that and throw into Scam Advisor, I receive a similar alert that it is quite possibly, well, I mean, the rating is not very high. Trust score is only 56 out of 100. Registration date took place in July of 2025 this year, 19th, last updated the end of July, and the renew date is due next year in July. So this could be an attempt at leading people towards the scam TradeOgre website, and therefore this was generated with that intent in mind. Or it could be a legitimate attempt at bringing TradeOgre, the original TradeOgre, back online. There are a bunch of links here at the bottom, and so all of these links basically take us back to Journal the Coin. When you get over to YouTube, this is where we get sent to Journal the Coin. On X or Twitter, we get sent, the link takes me to Journal the Coin. Facebook does the exact same thing. If I follow the Facebook link, it takes me to a Facebook page for Journal the Coin. Instagram has the exact same effect. So this clearly is, this post is linked to Journal the Coin, and all of it leads to Journal the Coin, which means that Journal the Coin have a lot to, have been very involved with TradeOgre, with the TradeOgre exchange. And if there's anybody who may know anything about the TradeOgre exchange, it might be them. It might even be this dude. Gregory Gimbard obviously is a different name that is being used than Gregory Mohet Guitard, and I'm not exactly sure if this person here is one or the other. I think in his slurred French he just introduces himself as Gregory Guitard, and so it goes. So all fingers right now from the limited information that I've received, and again, this is just information that I received in the last 24 hours, and these are just speculations. This is just from somebody who has been digging around, finding themselves in a similar position as myself and many other users of TradeOgre, stuck with nowhere to go and lost funds, and trying to figure out what happened to the exchange. And so the possibility is now that the exchange has been hacked, but since nothing has been stolen, or at least nothing that is visible of the traceable coins, maybe there was theft of untraceable coins, which is why they are not visible here, because we know that TradeOgre had a lot of Monero, and I don't think there's any Monero visible on here. Hot Link says there wouldn't be, most likely because it's not a traceable coin. And so the stuff that is visible has not been touched, while the crypto that is invisible, that is untraceable, may have been taken off the exchange. But whatever the case may be, the website is down, and the presumption is that the server data has been hijacked, has been hacked and compromised, and quite possibly is now being used in order to launch a fake scam TradeOgre website, or version of the TradeOgre website, in order to lure innocent investors into giving up their stash. So these hackers could still have control over the exchange, but this is why TradeOgre has not made a public announcement, although that doesn't explain why their X account doesn't provide any support. In the past I did communicate with them on X, and so it's not really, it's unclear on why they are not responding right now, because they could just say, hey, yes, this is what happened, but they choose not to. So for the time being, it all remains a mystery, and nothing has been sold. A bit of tidbits of information that have been shared with me. Like I said, I don't know who the person is that shared them with me. They claim to be an individual who is in a similar position as me and shared as much information as they did with me. But again, whether that information is legitimate or not, I have no way of verifying that, and so take it with a grain of salt, and let's see if we can piece those pieces together. Just to remind you, please remember to pick up a Descent wallet. This is the only way that you can make sure that your crypto is safe, so you don't fall into another trap like TradeOgre or FTX or any other exchange that went bust. With this wallet, you can keep your crypto safe. You get a $30 discount if you purchase it with the ref link below the video. You get a $99 discount if you purchase it with another. If you purchase two of them, it's also, the ref link is below the video as well. Also remember to secure your very own copy of the Crypto and Millennials book. It is now available for pre-order on Amazon for Kindle. It is going to become available on September 1st. So get your very own copy. It's loaded with information, 188 pages of wisdom that I've gathered over the past 7 years, I think. Do remember to smash the likes, because that's all free. subscribe to the channel, because that's, again, all free, and it helps me continue make more content and do all that great stuff so I can bring it back to you and share it with the audience. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to come back tomorrow on Wednesday. Have a fantastic Tuesday. CryptoFather out.